Evening, everyone. A very, very warm welcome to you to the grand finale of the senior category of Indica 2022, proudly presented to you by Nexus Consulting. My name is Venki Srinivasan, your host and quizmaster for today, and it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome all of you to this senior category grand finale of the quiz that we have been doing for the last 7 years, themed around India. It's called Indica, and the reason we started it in 2016 was we felt that there should be one pan-India quiz on India for school children. And we divided the students up into two categories. There was a junior category for students from grades 5 to 8 and a senior category for students from grades 9 to 12. The quizzes traditionally happened on ground at a prominent auditorium in Bangalore, though we've had participation from across the length and breadth of the country, with students coming down to participate. Now that it's gone online in 2021 and 2022, editions 6 and 7 have been completely online. We've had even wider participation, and you will, when you meet the contestants, know that we have representation from various regions and various parts of the country. Right? The quiz this year had an online preliminary round. That was followed up with a semi-final round, which we did for the first time because we didn't want a format where, hundreds of people who wrote the online prelim would just result in 8 people coming into the grand finale. So we said we'll do another layer in between. So we did a semi-final last weekend, and from there we picked the top 8 students to qualify. The junior category finals have already been completed. It was a very, very close contest, which went into a tie break for second and third place. And we had a Chennai student coming in first, a Chennai student coming in third, but in second place was a young girl from Mumbai, from class 6, who finished runner-up. Now we are here in the senior category, and this is very, very exciting. Indica 2022 is brought to you in association with Vinayaka Missions Research Foundation, deemed to be university, and their constituent colleges, including Arupade Vida Institute of Technology. Let's go ahead. Okay, so as we begin, it is only absolutely fair that I do a huge shout out and a big thank you to all our sponsors. And we, of course, have the pleasure of having one senior member from one of our main sponsors today here, and I'm going to indulge in a bit of a chat with him for 5-10 minutes. So our presenting sponsor this time is the Vinayaka Missions Research Foundation, deemed to be university, an educational powerhouse, if I might say so, with several hundreds of courses being offered across disciplines across South India. They've been doing some fantastic work in the education space with a range of institutions, only deemed to be university in India that actually has 3 colleges on the medical side that they run. Along with them, of course, associated hospitals that provide care to thousands of patients with thousands of beds across several prominent locations in South India, with an anchoring in Salem. Among the courses that are available in VMRF's colleges include medicine, include engineering, technology, sciences, nursing, homeopathy, physiotherapy, and a very, very wide range of such courses. But, instead of me describing these to you in detail, it's a great opportunity, and it's my pleasure and privilege to welcome Mr. J. Suresh Samuel, member of the Board of Management of Vinayaka Missions Research Foundation, deemed to be university. Thank you for supporting us, and thank you so much for making it here today, Suresh.
Thank you, Venki, for that introduction, and good evening all. A very happy Republic Day to all participants.
Let me take this opportunity to ask you a couple of questions to get a better understanding of the interesting work that happens across the VMRF institution spectrum. You have been pioneers of several techniques, several methodologies that have that you use across some of your institutions. So perhaps you can throw a little bit of light about that, of some of those very unique techniques and methodologies that are used.
Sure, Venki, that will be my pleasure. In fact, as you know, we are predominantly a health sciences university. However, we do have significant footprint and presence in the southern part of Tamil Nadu, both in engineering and also in the arts and science and humanities discipline. Very recently, we have also started a law faculty based in Chennai. Like what you said, we have 4 decades of existence in the southern part of India, and our focus specifically with regard to on the unique things that we may want to bring in the higher education sector is primarily resides on the holistic, multidisciplinary education that we bring to our students. I mean, we have four main campuses. In fact, Salem, Kanchipuram, Pondicherry, and also in Karaikal. And like what you said, about three medical colleges and complete spectrum of all the health sciences programs that we run. When we talk about holistic multidisciplinary education, the focus starts right from the beginning in recognizing the student, identifying the unique capabilities of student, and having a very focused mentoring program wherein we specifically have coaches from our faculty who have been tied up with the students and support on the mentoring program. The second important criteria I would think is more to do with the flexibility based on the student interest in the learning trajectories. What we do is we also help them based on their interest and the talent, to be flexible in terms of identifying the programs, what they think would be more appropriate for them to become a holistic individual. So we do have flexibility in terms of choice-based credit system. Even in the medical side, pure medicine, we do have the competency-based medical education, and we attach value-added programs for along with all this CBCS and CBME, which really helps the students to really have much more holistic view. The third point, what I would think is more to do with this conceptual learning, which is more catching up across the globe, where we try to instill this creativity and critical thinking, maybe right through during this formative higher education days, where we help them to really look in terms of more of a participative learning, and also get into more of in medicine. It's more on an evidence-based learning, and also with regard to the exclusive skill labs that we set up with regard to the health sciences space, where primarily, the students are able to really get a real-time feel. And in engineering and the non-health sciences space, we also get into more of this role play, which really helps them to mold themselves better in terms of real-time simulated situations and likewise. And to make these things much more interesting, we also adopt our new technology concepts. Specifically in the recent days, we are looking in terms of how gamification could really help in terms of enhanced learning, because everybody are glued nowadays either to a tablet or to a computer or to their smartphones. And bringing in these concepts of gamification and having it aligned with regard to some of this, the curriculum patterns, there are some tools which are available. So we have setting up one gamification lab in terms of enhancing curriculum. And also this immersed learning, what we call in the medical education, the recent days, more to AR and VR, artificial, AR and VR more, virtual reality, augmented reality. These things really gives a very holistic, multidisciplinary educational process with regard to the learning for the students.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's great to hear. But I do know that it's not just about learning in all the VMRF institutions. Students get a pretty wide exposure, and there is active encouragement for a lot of other activities, extracurricular activities, various other passion areas that people want to follow and so on as well, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, I would call it more like one of a very clear, objective is also to ensure the student really transform as a very socially responsible citizen, right? So, and during this higher education time duration, that becomes important to really, make them realize the importance of ethics, the value systems. In fact, VMRF at large, we are engaged in a lot of social responsibility activities. In fact, across, we as an institution, right from the beginning, as a university, our focus is in terms of supporting the semi-urban and rural side of the communities. So all our campuses are established either in the semi-urban or the rural communities. We have close to 40 plus villages that we have adopted. So what we do is, in terms of, we also ensure that our students engage in all this type of the extended activities, particularly with regard to the village related specific, I mean, either it could be a skill or it could be some value systems, what you could inculcate, or in terms of some developing some, job related programs, how they can support, how they can be part of these things. And we also ensure our students get actively involved in terms of periodic surveys on these villages that we have adopted, to see how the institution is supporting these extended activities and the extent of involvement of our students in these extended activities. And likewise, it goes. Apart from that, this is more to do with regard to the extended activities. Nevertheless, the industry participation. I mean, we do have a very good tie-up network of industries, both on the health sciences and the non-health sciences space. Non-health sciences, you would have seen a lot of industry always being participating. But on the health sciences space nowadays, be it with regard to the corporate hospitals or with regard to the medical devices manufacturing companies or the healthcare technology companies, right? These are all the companies that we also tie up with, which really gives a good understanding for our students to have a flavor with regard to the industry on the non-health sciences also, apart from the, on the health sciences also, apart from the non-health sciences space. And women empowerment is another important thing that we also focus upon, women empowerment, and also with regard to some green campus initiatives. So these are all the activities where the students really get engaged, which gives them a good a holistic way of getting an overall understanding on becoming a socially responsible citizen.
Tell us about some of the research work that happens, some of the cutting edge research that happens both on the health side and otherwise at the institutions.
Okay, that's an interesting area, because now all higher education institutions are focusing on the research space. And I mean, definitely there has been a very significant focus within Vinayaga Mission's Research Foundation on the research related areas. And again, the focus is on multidisciplinary research. Since we have a good balance of both technology and also health sciences in our overall spectrum of program, the leverageability is high in terms of having collaborative teams between the health sciences and the technology and engineering, and likewise to really work on the latest healthcare technologies, or wherever we can infuse technology in the healthcare, it becomes easy. So that is called as a multidisciplinary. However, there is also a lot of focus which happens within the interdisciplinary program. What I mean is between a mechanical engineering and the computer sciences, where we work on some robotics specifically. I mean, we do have some specific capabilities built with Intel on artificial intelligence, and also with regard to Internet of Things. Very recently, we are also focusing on the blockchain related area, because that's another new concept, I think, and also with regard to Web 3.0, because these are all emerging technologies, and the students should keep themselves abreast of all these things. And how we go about on this is, first we ensure our faculty go through the specific programs, enhance their skill sets on the space, and then get into more of this type of a research work. So it could be in terms of paper publications, or it could be with regard to small proof of concepts that we built with the small programs, or it could be some pilot that we carry out along with some industry collaboration. So there is an ongoing activities happening. And very recently, we have also established Ganeshan Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center, where we also want to encourage our students with the spirit and develop passion for entrepreneurship. So these students have an opportunity to work on the platforms, what we have created with, it's a separate entity by itself, Ganeshan Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center. Both health sciences student and non-health sciences students have an opportunity where, if they have a very creative idea and if they want to carry out a proof of concept, definitely there is space available for them to do something like this, which can be further extended into more of a pilot program. And then we also help them in terms of how we could support on commercializing, if the product if the minimal viable product is something appreciable to the expected quality for the needs of the requirements. So there is a lot of focus that happens on research, and we have also tied up with the other higher education institutions of eminence to also collaborate on the research areas. So it is nowadays this online platform has really helped us to really have this network established, and there is an ongoing activity on this space.
Right, sir. Thank you very much. I think those were fascinating insights, and I hope all of you on this call and all the people joining us on the YouTube stream heard Mr. Suresh Samuel and the wonderful work that they're doing. Please do go look up Vinayaka Missions Research Foundation on the internet, and you can get a lot more information. Suresh sir, thank you once again for your support, and please do watch the quiz. You'll see some very bright young minds who are potentially going to become VMRF students. Battle it out here. So thank you very much for your support again.
Thanks, Venki. Thanks for inducting VMRF in the sponsorship program. I wish all the very best and good luck to the participants. Hope you have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Moving on now, time to acknowledge some of our other sponsors. We're very thrilled to welcome, to continue our association with FinFirst Financial Services. They're a financial services and wealth management company based out of Bangalore, run by a very dear friend, Shashank Koti, from the 2000 batch of IIM Bangalore, a company that will give you very sound advice and pointed advice on how to manage your money in these times of uncertainty. Great people to go to. So big thank you. They've been supporting Indica from pretty much the first ever edition of Indica, from the second edition, I think. So that's 6 years in a row. Thank you very much, Shashank, Swapna, and the rest of the team at FinFirst. We're also thrilled to welcome this year as one of our associate sponsors, a name that needs no introduction, Tally and their associate company, Tally Education Private Limited. Tally, of course, since 1986 has been doing very innovative products that have been helping in the enterprise domain to do enterprise resource planning, tax management, accounting, inventory management for small and medium enterprises, as well as new age entrepreneurs. Their latest product, Tally Prime, provides unmatched speed, reliability, and flexibility, along with insightful reports that can help people make business critical decisions. Tally Education Private Limited is targeted at learners and to positively impact their lives. There are assisted learning courses by experts that are delivered across the country. Their new product is Tally DigiLearn, which is an array of industry preferred specialized online courses, which you can take from the comfort of your home, and it allows you as a learner to upskill and reskill yourself from anywhere, anytime to advance in your career. So thank you very much, Tally and TEPL, for your support. Our media partners for the second year in a row are Fever 91.9 FM Chennai. Thank you very much, Fever 91.9 FM, for amplifying Indica 2022. And our prizes sponsors continue to be, we continue our association with Malayalam Manorama. The Manorama yearbook needs really no introduction. It is the ultimate compendium of trivia and facts for all trivia buffs and quizzers. Right, let's see what you're going to win today. If you win today's quiz, there's a nice trophy for the winner. There's also a trophy for the school. So you're playing not just for your own glory, but for the school's pride. You are going to get an Amazon gift voucher, of varying values. First, second, third, fourth get distinct ones, and fifth to eighth gets the same. Each of you will get a copy of the fabulous Indica quiz book that we put together, 600 questions from the first 6 editions of Indica. The 2022 Nexus Trivia Calendar, which is a compendium of 365 facts, one for each day of the year. You will also get a subscription, especially if you are in class 9, to the Quest Gazette, which is our annual GK. You get a 1-year subscription to the Gazette, which is our, this is for all students, 9, 10, 11, and 12, which is our monthly newsletter and current affairs update. The top 3 will also win a copy of the Manorama yearbook, and all of you will win certificates. So some fabulous prizes. Right, let's now go right on and meet our finalists. Okay, before that, we are going to have, just in about an hour from now, we're going to be joined by a very dear friend and a well-known face in the music and education circles, Kalaimamani Anil Srinivasan, founder of Rhapsody Music Education, an initiative through which lakhs of students are learning STEM concepts through music and other arts. Regular columnist, show host, very active on YouTube, a great pianist, classical pianist, and very passionate about education. So Anil's kindly consented to be here, and he's going to be interacting with all of you and giving out the prizes. Right. Let's meet the finalists. Nexus Consulting, bringing you the quiz, of course. I think all of you kind of know about us. We are a Bangalore-based quiz research and content company. And our latest publication is the Indica quiz book, which is 600 handpicked questions from past editions, available for purchase on our website, links on all our social platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, also available in several bookstores. All right. My name is Venkatesh Srinivasan, your quizmaster and host. Onward to meeting our 8 bright young finalists. On table number 1, from Bangalore, Christ Academy Junior College, is Abhineet RK. Please unmute and say a few words of your quizzing experience.
So I'm Abhineet RK. I study in 12th grade at Christ Academy Junior College, Bangalore. I've been quizzing for the last 6 years, and I have attended many Nexus quizzes, and I'm excited for this finals.
All right. Welcome, Abhineet. All the best. Neighboring him from across the country, from Kolkata, from the Future Foundation School, is Aritro Ray.
Hello, I'm Aritro, and I study in the 9th grade, and I've been quizzing since I was in the 4th grade, so that was quite a bit ago. It's one of my passions. I really enjoy the thrill of it. And sir, it's really nice to see you again in a quiz in a different city, but it's really nice to see you in finals. So thank you.
All right, welcome Aritro. Neighboring him, a third city being represented today, Chennai, Arjun Anantakrishnan, Padma Seshadri Balabhavan, KK.
Hi, I'm Arjun. I'm from PSBB KKN. I have been quizzing since the 6th grade. I have not been in many quizzes this year as I'm in 10th, but I'm looking to get rocking.
Wonderful. Welcome, Arjun. All the best to you. Neighboring him is our 4th contestant whose names begin with A, Arnav Gowda from Base PU College, Bangalore.
Hello, warm welcome to everyone. Good evening. I'm Arnav Gowda. I've been quizzing from a really long time now, yes, 10 plus years. And it's very nice to see you, sir. And I'm looking forward to have a great quiz. Thank you.
Wonderful, Arnav. Welcome. On seat number 5 from Mahatma Montessori Matriculation School, Madurai, is Mohammed Riven.
Hello everyone, this is Mohammed Riven from Madurai doing class 9 at Mahatma, and happy to meet you all, and I would like to wish you all a happy Republic Day and happy Republic Day, sir.
Thank you, and same to you and to all the contestants, a very happy Republic Day. Neighboring him from Padma Seshadri Balabhavan, Nugambakam branch, is Pranav Gautam.
Hello everybody, I am Pranav Gautam. I'm studying in class 9 at PSBB Nugambakam, Chennai. I've attended many Nexus quizzes. In fact, I won the Indica Juniors level twice. Last year, I also somehow managed to attend the seniors.
All right, your audio is
looking forward to improving that, and either way, all the best to everybody, and looking forward to a great quiz.
All the best, Pranav. Like he said, he's a past winner of the junior category, and in fact, he made it to the senior category as well and finished in top 3 last year. Neighboring him is Premansh Sinha from Loyola School, Jamshedpur.
Hi everyone. I am a class 12 humanities student at Loyola School, Jamshedpur. I have 7 years. It's great to see you all. Hope to see an amazing quiz ahead.
Welcome, Premansh. And last but not the least is Sneha Jha from Bal Gurukul School, Kalyan in Thane.
Hi everyone, myself Sneha Jha from Bal Gurukul School from Thane. It's a town in Maharashtra, and I'm just a beginner in quizzing. I started quizzing since the lockdown period, and it's been a pleasure to be here and enjoy the quiz.
Wonderful, Sneha. Welcome to you. All right, let's go straight in and look at how this quiz is going to pan out with our 8 wonderful finalists. Of course, we expect that all of you will play absolutely fair. I don't think I have to repeat this. Don't take any external help whatsoever or Google for answers and so on. Please keep your hands visible in front of camera as much as you can. Right. Let's see how this quiz is going to pan out. There are about 30 odd questions in the quiz, 38 to be precise. 10 of these will go clockwise initially with a buzzer round in between. 10 will go anti-clockwise with another buzzer round in between. And there's a special India themed round. Of course, the entire quiz is about India, but there's a special round in between. Right. Let's go into round number one. Round number one goes clockwise. We have 10 questions. We start with the first question to seat number one. After that, it's infinite bounds, which means whoever answers, the person on the next seat will get the next question. No negative marking at all, so please feel free to make guesses. Part points at my discretion. I will also ask for explanations, and only if completely convinced will I give full points. You'll have to allow me that little bit of leeway today. All the best. Question number one to Abhineet. Abhineet, watch the video and answer the question I'm asking you in the video.
Red sandstone structure. At the entrance of this magnificent 1754 red sandstone structure, the last enclosed garden tomb built in the Mughal Empire, built in 1754. It was built in honor of a person who was a prominent figure in the declining years of the Mughal Empire. He was the ruler of a princely state, and he was known by a particular name, and that name is applied to some structures in the vicinity as well. What is this magnificent structure that I'm standing in front of, and which princely state was this person the ruler of?
Yeah, so what is that structure and which princely state was he the ruler of?
In the video, is the location of the structure given?
Yeah, it
wasn't very clear.
I had said that, I think, in the beginning of the video, so I will tell you that it's in Delhi.
I feel the princely state is Awadh.
Okay.
And I'm not sure about the location.
You're not sure about the location. Okay, we'll pass you to Aritra.
So I think the structure might be the Red Fort. And about the princely state and the king, I'm not quite sure. So I think I'll pass on that.
Okay, you're saying Red Fort. Okay, passes to Arjun.
I'm guessing Red Fort too, and I'm taking the guess that the person who sent home there is Bahadur Shah Zafar.
Bahadur Shah Zafar. All right, passes on to Arnab.
So I'm thinking it's Saftarjung tomb, and it was built for the Mughal Emperor Saftarjung.
Okay, and which princely state was he the ruler of?
I'm not sure about the princely state, but I'm thinking it's. I don't know.
You can make a guess.
I think what was there in Delhi, it's somewhere around Delhi. I've been to this place in 2012.
Okay, so that's your final answer. Okay, we pass you to Ravin.
Sir, this is the Satwarjung tomb, and I'm just guessing the princely state as Awadh.
That is the right answer. That gets Ravin the full 10 points. This is Safdarjung's tomb in New Delhi, and it was indeed the princely state of Awadh. So we're going to give Abhineet 5 points for saying Awadh. We're going to give Arnav 5 points for saying Safdarjung's tomb, but we're going to give Ravin the full 10 points for completing that answer. So well done. That was the Safdarjung tomb in New Delhi. Next question goes to Pranav. Pranav, this is what is called a columbarium. Built in the 1890s, you can find it in a Bangalore location, which was modeled on the Mughal gardens in Delhi, among other places. What was the purpose? So what is the purpose of the columbarium, and where exactly in Bangalore is it located?
So could you go back to the question?
Yeah, we'll go back to the text. What was the purpose?
So this is, I'm going to go. So the image itself looks like the coast minars, which you'll find like, I think, all over North India.
Okay.
It looks it's very reminiscent of that, and modeled on the Mughal gardens. So I'm going to go like the Lal Bagh.
Lal Bagh. So coast minars in Lal Bagh. Okay, we'll pass to Prem.
Of course. Okay, so could you please show the image once again? Image. Yes. So I'm going like what the other participant said. It should be in Lal Bagh, Bangalore, and its purpose is to. It looks like a bird's house. Birds
Okay.
maybe like a pigeon or crows or different birds can stay over there.
Which bird? Can you give me one final
Pigeon,
name?
pigeon, common bird. Pigeon is a common bird, so going with it. Pigeon bird and Lal Bagh of Bangalore.
Okay, I think we'll not quibble. We'll give it to you. It is for housing pigeons. It's also called a dovecote. It literally means the word columbarium literally means pigeon house, and it is of course in Lal Bagh. Absolutely right. Well done, Prem. Full 10 points to you, but 5 points to Pranav for correctly identifying Lal Bagh. So Pranav gets 5, Prem gets 10, and the next question goes to Sneha. Sneha, these 4 history books involving the British Raj are called the Dash Quartet. What is their collective name? Just give us one word to fill in that blank. Who is the Scottish historian author of all these 4 books? So it says The Last Mughal, Return of a King, White Mughals, and the Anarchy. So one word for the collective name of these books and name the author.
Excuse me, whose direct question is this?
It's Sneha's direct.
So is the author Dalrymple William?
Okay. And what's the collective name of the works?
Dalrymple.
For that also you're guessing Dalrymple. Okay. We'll pass you to Abhinit.
So the author is William Dalrymple, and I think the collective is known as the Company Quartet because it's about the Victorian era, before the 1850s. These 4 books are based on the company's acts which have before the 1857.
What is the company in this case?
The British East India Company.
That is the right answer. Take your points. This is correct. It is called the Company Quartet, referencing the British East India Company. And the author is indeed William Dalrymple, the Scottish historian who's written a lot of books about the British role in India and the company era and so on. 5 points to Sneha, the full 10 points to Abhinit. Arithro, here comes your question. The blank marbles are a series of marble panels from an ancient city located in modern day Andhra Pradesh. The second image depicts a story about someone leaving his old life behind at night. Where were these marbles taken from? You could confuse the name of the old city with that of a brand new 21st century city in the same state, right? And whose story is shown in the second image. So let's see both images. Yeah. So the one on the left just tells you, gives you an overall view of where the marble is taken from, but the one on the right shows you a specific story of someone leaving and so on. So whose story does it show and in which location? In present day Andhra Pradesh, will you find this very, very important ASI protected structure?
So I think it might be the story of the Buddha.
Okay.
Because like the Buddha left his old life as a prince behind at night when he saw things. And where were these marbles taken from?
Your additional clue is, of course, that don't confuse the name of the old city's name can very well be thought of as a new 21st century city's name.
Amravati, I don't know.
Is the right answer. Well done. Amravati is a good guess because Amravati, the new Amravati, actually gets its name from this old Amravati, which was kind of the structures here are a lot of Buddhist relief structures that date back to the Ashokan era and built by the Shatavahanas and discovered in the 1800s by a British gentleman called Colin Mackenzie, who found this big stupa at Amravati. So the Amravati stupa is very famous. And while Amravati is pretty much in ruins today, the new capital territory of Andhra Pradesh, Amravati, also gets its name from this. Good answer, well worked out, 10 points to Arithro. Question number 5 to Arjun. Since the 2002 Asian Games, India has won 5 consecutive gold medals in this event. In the 2018 Games, the quartet of Hima Das, M.R. Puvamma, Saritaben Gaikwad and Vismaya Velluva Koroth clinched gold with a time of 3 minutes 28.72 seconds. India used a new tactic in the final and it paid off. They did the opposite of what is usually done in such races. For example, remember how the Jamaica team is composed. Which event is this? We need a specific answer. And what tactic did they adopt? A very unique and very counterintuitive tactic.
Okay, so the event is a relay, like a baton relay.
I need a specific answer. Just a relay will not do. What relay is this?
I'm not sure. I'll go with 1000-meter relay.
1000-meter relay. All right. And what tactic did they come up with?
Like it has something to do with the fastest runner being the one who goes first. Okay. The fastest runner on the team going first.
The fastest runner in the team went first. Okay. Instead of what would normally happen?
The fastest runner would finish the race.
Okay, would finish. All right. Let's go to Arnab.
Sir, it's the 4 into 100-meter relay, and I think the tactic is that the best runner ran the first.
Leg. Okay. Passes to Riven.
Sir, going with this is the 4 into 100-meter relay, and first men ran and then women took the baton to the finishing line. Okay, no, all right. Passes to Pranav.
I'm gonna go with mixed relay, mixed 4 into 100-meter relay, and
I'll pass you on in the interest of time since it's not the mixed relay. Passes to Prem.
Yeah, so it's 4 into 400-meter women's relay, and the tactic was when a certain person was passing that stick to, basically they carry a certain stick, right? So when they pass that certain stick, they will only pass when the other person is on their highest speed, when they start running fast.
Highest speed. All right, got it. Passes to Sneha.
So the game is 4 into 400-meter relay, and the tactic is usually it was like best runner used to go in first lap. This was unique that here best runner in the first lap. Yeah.
No. Sorry. Your second part is very confusing. Please tell me the tactic again.
Tactic was it used best runner in the first lap, and usual one was using the best runner in the last one.
What do you mean best runner?
One who finished first, or best one. Fastest one.
Okay, I'll give it to you. That's the complete answer. Finally, that's come through from someone. This is not the 4x100-meter relay. 100 meters takes 10-11 seconds to run. This said 3 minutes overall. This is the 4x400-meter women's relay, right? And normally what people would do in relays is they would put their fastest runner in the home stretch. So if you see the 4x100 Jamaica squad, Usain Bolt would be running the final leg always. Instead, they put Hima Das, who was their fastest runner, in the first stretch, and they built up a huge lead in the beginning. So Sneha will get the full 10 points. Prem will get 5 points because he's the first one who said 4x400 relay. And Arjun will get the other 5 points because he said they put the fastest runner first. So 5 to Arjun, 5 to Prem, full 10 to Sneha. When we come back, we will give the next question to Abhineet. But right now, we're going to do a buzzer round. Very quick 5 questions on the buzzer. You know the rules in terms of how it works. Don't buzz till I kind of complete reading the question. There is +8 and -4, right? My colleague will announce on the call who has buzzed, and only when your name is announced, please unmute and give an answer immediately. I won't repeat the question again. Question will be asked only once. If you don't immediately give an answer, you'll get a -4. If the first person gets it wrong, we'll give it to the next person who has buzzed. Again, +8 and -4 there as well.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can we go on for a trial buzzing?
It's already been tried. I think you didn't make it at that time. So I think we'll go ahead in the interest of time. I think it's fine. If you want, you can just try once, just so that we can.
Yeah.
All right. Confirmed. Please reset the buzzer. Let's start. Okay. Here's your first question. If Ravichandran Ashwin is third in the list of top wicket takers for India in Test cricket,
Premansh has buzzed.
Okay, Premansh.
Okay, so it's Muthaiya Muralidharan.
Okay, that's -4. I'm going to complete the question now, and the next person who has buzzed can attempt it. If Ravichandran Ashwin is the third in the list of top wicket takers for India in Test cricket, who is in second place?
Riven has boss.
Riven?
Sir, going with Kapil Dev.
Kapil Dev is right, +8. Prem, don't be in a rush. Let me complete the question. Okay. -4 to Prem, +8 to Riven. Okay.
As a reset.
Yeah. Pranav seems to have some issues. Can we continue?
Pranav says disconnected.
Okay. We'll just wait for him to come back.
Yeah, I can see Pranav has joined again.
All right. Okay. Question number 2. JRD Tata piloted the first Tata Air flight and landed at the Juhu airstrip. Which city did he take off from?
Bus from Riven.
Riven?
Sir, Jamshedpur.
Incorrect. -4.
Next is Arithro.
Arithro?
Lahore.
Very close, but incorrect. The correct answer is Karachi, not Lahore. -4s there to both Riven and Arithro. Question number 3. Which river that originates in southwestern Tibet flows through the Kaziranga National Park and the city of Guwahati?
Bus from Premansh.
Premansh? Premansh, unmute please and answer.
Yes, it's Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra.
Brahmaputra is right, +8 to Prem there for Brahmaputra. Okay, next question.
Sorry, I got disconnected from the.
Okay. Are you back now?
No, just give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, all right. Question number 4. We need 2 names here. Which 2 names are in the title of the Amar Chitrakatha story, which has the subtitle, He Was Forgiven 100 Times?
Bus from Riven.
Riven?
Sir, going with Anand Pai.
No, -4 to Riven.
Next bus from Pranav.
Pranav?
Shishupala and Krishna.
Perfect answer, +8. Krishna and Shishupala, absolutely right. Okay, last question of the buzzer round. Among the sultanates that ruled Delhi, which dynasty followed the Khaljis?
Bus from Arithro.
Arithro?
The Tughlaqs.
The Tughlaqs is right. Well done. +8. The Tughlaqs. All right. Back to regular business. Question to Abhineet. Abhineet, this is an Aranamulla Kannadi or mirror, a metal craft work from southern Kerala. Though these are expensive, there is a simple way to find out if the product is genuine. However, be warned, you can't test other mirrors this way. What is the method? And how will you know by using this method?
Okay, so Aranmulla Kannadis are it's majorly the brass which has been you made in such a way that it's reflective enough.
Okay.
So even if you hit it with a rock, it won't break.
Perfect answer. Take your 10 points. Absolutely right. Like you rightly said, it's not actually made from glass. It's actually made from metal. Or if you hit it or drop it, or if you try to break it in any way, it won't actually break because it's actually metal. If it breaks, then you know you have a fake one. So this is the GI tagged Arnamulla Kannadi from Kerala. Good answer, Abhineet. 10 points to you. Arithro, your question. UNESCO's oldest prize is awarded to scientists, science communicators, and educators for popularizing science. The award was created after former Chief Minister of India donated money, and the award is named after a region in his state. What is the prize called? Who is the former Chief Minister who donated the money? And there is a bit of a clue in the picture.
I am not quite sure about this. So it could be the Awadh Prize.
Awadh Prize.
Okay. Awadh Prize, yes. And not quite sure about the person. Might be, I don't know, Akhilesh Yadav.
Akhilesh Yadav. Okay. Only one Awadh question per quiz. It's already done. Passes to Arjun.
I'm not sure. I guess the former CM is Naveen Patnaik.
Okay.
And I'm not sure about the price.
The prize. Okay. Passes to Arnav.
Sir, the CM is Naveen Patnaik. It is the Kalinga Prize, which is awarded for science.
Okay. Kalinga Prize for Science and Naveen Patnaik. Passes to Rivin.
Sir, the one given in this image is Naveen Patnaik. His father is Biju Patnaik, and he was the CM who donated the money. And the prize is Kalinga Prize. I am going this from Odisha. So this is Kalinga Prize.
Kalinga Prize, and who's the CM? Speak a little slowly so that we can hear.
Biju Patnaik.
Biju Patnaik. That is correct. Take your 10 points, Rivin. Well done. The person you saw in the picture is the current Chief Minister of Orissa. That is Mr. Naveen Patnaik. But it was his father, Biju Patnaik, who was also a kind of ace aviator himself, who donated the prize, and he called it the Kalinga Prize after the ancient region of Kalinga in Orissa. Arnav Gowda gets 5 points and Mohammad Rivin gets the full 10 points. All right. Very excited answering there. Very good. Good to see that. Pranav Gautam, here comes your question. Pranav, see the video clip first. We'll come back to the question.
74 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਗੱਲ ਵੱਖਰੀ ਪੈਣ ਲੱਗੀ ਐ ਐਸੀ ਗੱਲ ਬਾਸ ਕਿਤੇ ਆ ਛੋਟੀ ਫੜਾ ਦੇ ਯਾਰ ਬਸ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਜੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਮਾਨਾ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ
Yeah, you don't have to name the individual people whom you saw there, obviously, but this rendezvous happened thanks to two YouTubers who started the Punjabi Leher project. Just describe what's happening or what the project is all about, and where specifically did this meeting take place?
So this is happening at the Kartarpur corridor, and the two people you see are there. I'm not sure of the names, but one person during the partition, both the two people are brothers, and they got separated during partition. One brother was in India, other person was in Pakistan, and they weren't able to meet each other until this point where they crossed the Kartarpur corridor and they met there.
Nothing more to explain. Absolutely right. Pranav nails the answer perfectly. These are two brothers, one from India, one from Pakistan, split by partition, reuniting at Kartarpur corridor after 74 years. And the project aims to reunite people separated by partition. Perfect answer, Pranav. 10 points to you. Prem, here's your question. When a scene in a 2021 movie was being shot in London, the director had a famous visitor, the gentleman you see in the picture on the right. He asked the visitor if he wanted to get a closer look at the scene, to which the visitor replied laughing, "Do you want me to see it being given away the second time?" Who is this visitor whom you see in the picture? What specifically was the scene that was being shot?
Okay. So I think is the person is that person in the picture?
Yeah, the visitor is the person in the picture.
Okay. So I think do you want me to see?
Yeah. Do you want me to see some object being given away the second time? As in, should I see it again? Should I relive that memory? Is what he's asking.
Is it the Kohinoor diamond?
Kohinoor. Nothing to do with the Kohinoor. We'll pass you on to Sneha.
Sir, I think I've seen he has come for 83 movie.
Okay. But who is
He's
he?
talking
What is the
about
scene?
he's talking about World Cup.
Okay. What specifically is he talking about? What scene?
World Cup giving over or something like that.
Giving over to whom?
Giving over to handing over ceremony.
Handing over. Who was it handed over
To Kapil Dev.
Okay. And who is this person?
This person is.
No
I don't
idea.
know.
Okay.
Name, sir.
Passes to Abhinit.
I think his name was Clive Richards. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But it was the 83 World Cup was won by India. So it was the celebration by India after Kapil Dev lifted.
Aritra?
I think it might have been India winning the World Cup in '83, of course.
Yeah.
And the person was Sir Vivian Richards.
Passes to Arjun.
So it is India winning the World Cup, and it is Clive Lloyd.
Sorry, say again.
Clive Lloyd.
And what was the specific scene that he's talking about?
The World Cup being presented to India.
I'll give it to you. That's good enough. That's the full 10 points. Clive Richards would be a nice combination of Clive Lloyd and Viv Richards. But this is Clive Lloyd, who was the opposing captain of the West Indies when India won the World Cup famously in 1983. That was Kapil Dev receiving the World Cup, right? And the movie, of course, is 83. So Sneha will get 5 points for explaining all of that. And Arjun will get the full 10 points for naming Clive Lloyd and the 83 World Cup. All right.
Sir, just a second. I will just connect my charger and get back, if that's fine. Could I just turn off my video?
Okay. Can you just do it really quickly? Can you just wait just wait. There's only one more question. Then we have a bit of a break anyway.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Last question of this round goes to Arnab Gowda. Harun and the Sea of Stories is a work by a Booker Prize winner and contains ample references to Indian history. The book's name itself, Harun and the Sea of Stories, is inspired by a 11th century Indian collection of stories and legends compiled by a person called Somadeva. Which 11th century work is this? And who is the author of Harun and the Sea of Stories?
The author is Salman Rushdie, and the 11th century work I'm not sure of.
All right. We'll pass you on to Revin.
Sir, I'm going with the author is Salman Rushdie, and I don't know the work, sir.
You don't know the work? Okay. Pass us to Pranav.
This is Salman Rushdie, and this can be. So not sure of the 11th.
Not sure. Okay. Pass us to Prem.
Okay, so I'm going with Panchatantra.
Panchatantra.
And the author is Salman Rushdie.
Not Panchatantra and Salman Rushdie. Pass us to Sneha.
Sir, I don't have any idea about what century work is talking about.
Okay. Pass us to Abhinit.
Salman Rushdie, and I guess it's the plays of Kalidasa which were all compiled into one collection.
Okay, the compiled collection of Kalidasa's plays. All right.
Yeah.
Kalidasa omnibus. No, not that. Arithro.
The author is Salman Rushdie, of course, and the stories. I'm trying to think, but no, I'm going to pass on this.
Okay, the last pass to Arjun.
I don't know the 11th century. I'm not sure.
No idea. All right. So 5 points to Arnab Gowda for saying Salman Rushdie, of course.
Can I answer for no points?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sea of Stories, so Katha Sarit Sagaraha.
Absolutely. That's how we wanted you to work it out. It's Sea of Stories. So Katha Sarit Sagara.
It's me right after I said
which literally means Sea of Stories, right? So this is the Katha Sarit Sagara. So Quizmaster opens his account across junior and senior quizzes finally with 5 points. But well done to everyone. We're going to take a quick look at a couple of messages from our sponsors and then come back and show you the scores and quickly move into round 2. Welcome back. We are here at the senior final of Indica 2022, proudly presented by Nexus Consulting in association with the Vinayaka Mission Research Foundation, deemed to be university. Associate sponsors FinFirst Financial Services, Tally Solutions, Tally Education Private Limited, media partners Fever 91.9 Chennai FM, and prize sponsors Malayalam Manoram. 1 round plus 1 buzzer round done. We'll do a quick score check. All right. Early days, of course, but Abhineet in a narrow lead with 25. Pranav snapping behind the heels at 23. Rivin and Sneha on 20. Primansh on 19. Arjun and Arnav on 15. Arithro on 14. So anybody's game really. Going into round 2 now. Round 2 is a special round. Each person will get one direct question in round 2. But if you don't answer, then the first person who buzzes can take it on the pass. Questions won't pass otherwise. There are 2 parts to every question. If you answer one part correct, I will announce that and you will get your 5 points. Only the other part will go on the pass, which is on the buzzer. We'll allow only one person to attempt it on the buzzer, right? It is a kind of special round. The questions are all connected loosely by a theme. And look at this slide carefully. It might give you some ideas to what the connecting theme across all the questions could be, right? So we'll get cracking on this. We're going to pick up.
Yes, are we going to get negative points if we?
Sorry.
Yes. Are we going to get negative points if we get if we get both the parts wrong on?
Please
buzzer?
see the slide. It clearly says -5 on incorrect buzz. So if it's 2 parts, you have to get both parts correct. If you get a part right and a part wrong, it's still -5. If it's only one part, you'll have to get it right. You get +5 or -5, right? You can choose to buzz whenever you want to, but it will come to you only if the person whose direct it is does not answer.
So we can buzz during the question.
You can buzz during the question, but you won't get a chance to answer it unless the first guess has been made by the person whose direct it is. Okay. We gave the last 5 points to Arnav. So we're going to pick up clockwise, continuing with Rivin getting the first question. So Rivin, here's yours.
We need Sneha to come on the buzz.
Okay. Sneha, can you join the buzz in, please?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Great. Let's go. Question direct to Rivin. Rivin, Geeta Sarabhai, who passed away in 2021, aged 98, was a co-founder of the renowned National Institute of Design. She was also famous in setting up one of India's most famous private museums. The museum is named after a type of unbleached cotton cloth that originated in northern Kerala. It was set up in her hometown, which was a major textiles hub and known as Manchester of the East. What is the name of this cloth and in which city will you find the museum? Type of cotton cloth that originated in northern Kerala.
Sir, I know that the city is Ahmedabad and is the cloth calico.
Perfect answer. Take your 10 points. You're absolutely right. This is the Calico Museum in Ahmedabad. Nothing more to add. Perfectly cracked by Rivin. Nobody got a chance on the buzzer there to steal anything. Good 10 points to Rivin there. This is the Calico Museum by the Sarabhais in Ahmedabad. Right. Pranav Gautam, question to you. A famous Indian wrote a poem on those who did this job. Softly, oh softly, we bear her along. She hangs like a star in the dew of our song. She springs like a beam on the brow of the tide. She falls like a tear from the eyes of a bride. Lightly, oh lightly, we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a pearl on a string. The East India Company forbade its junior clerks from owning one because they felt that they would neglect their work and roam about. What is this form of transport which kind of definitely fell out of favor after the world was modernized? And who wrote the poem?
This is a rickshaw, I think.
It's a rickshaw, all right. And who wrote the poem?
And
famous Indian.
So just a question. Was the poet during the time period of the East India Company?
I'm not saying.
Okay. Sarojini Naidu.
Sarojini Naidu. All right. So rickshaw and Sarojini Naidu was your guess. We'll give you 5 points for saying Sarojini Naidu. That is the correct answer. But the other part is open. So on the buzzer, who's first?
Rivin.
Rivin?
Sir, going with palanquin, which in Tamil is called Pallaku, and it represented social status so that no junior clerks can own it. So going with palanquin for the transport and
palanquin is absolutely correct, Rivin. Well done. This is indeed the palanquin, right? And the word itself comes from Sanskrit via Odia. This is the palanquin, and the person was Sarojini Naidu. So 5 points each to Pranav and to Rivin. Next question to Prem. Prem, this word refers to a type of hard and shiny finish that is applied to materials. The coating was made by using the secretion of an insect. The insects were known by the Sanskrit word for 100,000 because they were countless. The towns of Budni in MP, Varanasi in UP, and Kondapalli in AP are all well known for products made with this kind of a finish. What is this shiny finish called, and what products are made in these towns? There's also a famous town in Karnataka which we have not mentioned here.
Okay, so I'm going with the product being lak, those churis of lak, which is made of basically, yes, the lak churis.
So what is the shiny finish called, therefore?
Yeah, the shiny finish called the coating secretion of an insect. I'm not sure, basically. That's
so,
what.
What did you say? Just say your
the lac, the material of the material with which churis bangles are made. Basically, the bangles are finished.
So you're saying the material is lac,
yes,
and these are bangles.
Yes.
Okay, I think I'll be liberal in the spirit of Republic Day and everybody having fun and all that. I'll give you 5 points for saying lac. Lacquer is exactly what we wanted, but lac is fine. But the product is not bangles. It's open on the buzzer.
Arithro.
Arithro?
Is it nail polish?
It's not nail polish. I'm sorry. That's going to be a -5 to Arithro there. Kondapalli, especially, and the town we had left out was Channapatna in Karnataka. They're all famous for making toys, right? Toys, lacquer or lac, from lac for 100,000, and wooden toys was the right answer. So 5 points to Prem, -5 to Arithro. Question to Sneha. Sneha, this species from India was introduced to the Caribbean, Hawaii, Fiji, the South American continent, Japan, Croatia, etc. to limit the increase of rats and venomous snakes. But it soon turned into a pest, killing off entire bird populations and causing other environmental damage. Different cover photos of a children's book involving this creature and his friends Darzi and Choo-Choo are shown here. Which species is this? It is often poached to use its fur to make paint brushes. And which is the book? It's a book by a very famous author. It was a creature introduced to kill off rats. So you can use that as a very big clue to guess the name of the creature. Let's go back to the text. Yes, Neha.
Sir, are these mongoose to kill snakes?
Okay, mongoose. And what is the book?
I don't know the books.
You don't know the book? I'm going to give you 5 points for saying mongoose. That is correct. Sneha gets 5 points. Open on the buzzer for the book. Who buzzed?
Premansh Sinha on the buzzer.
Okay, Premansh.
It's a book by Rudyard Kipling, basically a compilation of his stories called Rikki Tikki Tavi.
Rikki Tikki Tavi is absolutely right. Rikki Tikki Tavi by Rudyard Kipling. Perfectly correct. 5 points each to Premansh and to Sneha. The word mongoose, the name mongoose itself comes from a Marathi word meaning mangus. Okay. Next question direct to Abhinit. Abhinit, the Bombay Blank is one of the chief gentlemen clubs that was established during the British Raj. The Blank is a word that came to denote a place where skill-based contests were held, and it later became synonymous with clubs. The club in Bombay has played host to a lone test match in 1933. The English team was led by a man who had hogged the headlines for the tactics he used during a tour of Australia. What is the blank? What word fills in the blank? Who was the captain of the England team?
The blank, I think, is Gymkhana.
All right.
Captain England. I'm not sure about.
He was known for his tactics he used in Australia. You're not sure about that?
No.
Okay. So 5 points to you for saying Gymkhana. This was the first ever test match on Indian soil at the Bombay Gymkhana, India versus England. Who was the captain of England? Who's on the buzzer?
Arithro.
Arithro.
It was the Gymkhana.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly sure the captain might have been Don Bradman.
It was not down
Oh, wait,
diamond.
it said England. Oh, my.
I said England. I'm
Yes,
sorry, Arithro. That's going to be another -5 to you. It was to counter Bradman that this captain came up with what was called the bodyline tactics. It was a person called Douglas Jardine. Okay, tough one there. No problems. But it's your direct now, Arithro. So chance to make a full 10 points. So 5 points in the previous question to Abhineet, -5 to Arithro. Question direct to Arithro. The East India Company ransacked the wealth of Bengal after the region was annexed in 1757. The local word for plunder was thus one of the first Indian words to enter the English language. Much of the treasure found its way to Powys Castle in Wales, filling several rooms in it. The wealth ended up here because Edward, the son of the most powerful man in the East India Company, married Henrietta, the daughter of the castle's owner. What is this word and who was Edward's father?
So I think the word might have been dacoit from the Bangla word dakati.
Okay, dakati and dacoit. Okay.
The Edward's father, I think, might have been Robert Clive.
Might have been Robert Clive. Okay. I'm going to give you 5 points. You got the tougher part. Robert Clive is the right answer, but the word is not dacoity. That's open on the buzzer.
Pranav.
Pranav?
Loot.
Loot. That's the right answer. Loot. This is how the word loot, which was a Hindustani word, got into the English language. So Pranav gets 5 and Arithro gets 5. Arjun, here's your question. An outdoor porch with a roof is known as blank. It mostly extends along the sides and front of a building. The British began to use the style after noticing Indian structures. The building shown here, the Retreat, has one of these that give its resident a picturesque view of the surroundings in Shimla. What is this good word and who uses this place at least once a year? We'll show you the image. Yeah, there you go. This is what is called the Retreat. Which prominent personality in India uses this at least once a year? And what is the word that we're talking
about? So I'm guessing the word is veranda.
Okay.
And the prominent personality, the president,
is the right answer. Take your full 10 points. Absolutely right. This is veranda and this is the presidential retreat in Shimla. Right? Well done. That's a valuable 10 points there to Arjun, who gets both parts right. Only the second player to do that. Last question of this round to Arnav Gowda. The Princess of Cooch Behar was an excellent horse rider, loved cars and was a fashion icon. After India's independence, she joined the Swatantrata Party and was elected to parliament. Her grandmother Chimnabai, who was an advocate for women's rights, was the first Maharani to break a particular system. This practice involved the seclusion of women and refers to something that is worn. Which princess who became the queen of Jaipur and what was the system?
It is Maharani Gayatri Devi and the system is the Parda system.
Perfect answer. Take your full 10 points, Arnav. Perfectly right. This is Maharani Gayatri Devi and the Parda system. That brings us to the end of this round. As you might have figured out, this round was about Indian words which entered the English language. So loot, veranda, parda, and a whole bunch, mongoose, a whole bunch like that. Well done to all contestants who played really well. We're going to listen to a few messages from our sponsors and then we're going to come right back with round number 3. Welcome back. You're with me, Venki Srinivasan, on the senior grand finale of Indica 2022, presented by Nexus Consulting in association with Menaka Missions Research Foundation. Associate sponsors FinFirst Financial Services, Tally Solutions, Tally Education Private Limited, media partners Fever 91.9 FM Chennai, and prize sponsors Malayalam Manorama. Right, before we'll go straight into round 3, we'll look at the scores a little bit later in the interest of time. Round 3 works exactly the same way as round 1. We go anti-clockwise. We start with Sneha on seat 8, goes reverse, 10 points, no negatives, need explanations for answers, part points at my discretion. Sneha, here is your question. This is Preet Tong Boom Song, a dance drama about Preet Tong and Ning Neek. It tells a story that children in a country are familiar with, that of an Indian prince and a Naga woman who are the ancestors of the country's natives. Which country will you find this dance drama in? So it's not in India, it's in another country, but it shares a lot of the story is really about an Indian prince, which is why it's in this quiz. Which country? What are these native people called? Which used to be one of the older names of this country as well. Here's an image that might help you. Let's go back to the text and ask Sneha for her guess. Name a country.
I have no idea about that, but I'll guess it is Bangladesh.
Bangladesh, okay. And you want to guess what the native people are called?
No guess.
No idea? All right. Prem, calm down, Prem. Give us a guess. Yes, Prem, need an answer, please.
Okay, was it my turn? All right.
Yes, it's your turn.
Yes. This is Cambodia. And yes, Cambodia, I'm sure. And the people could be, since it's written Naga women, so I'm going with Naga people. The people could be called
Naga people. Okay. Passes to Pranav.
So this is, the country is Cambodia. Obviously, it's really related to India. And the people, I think even the kings sometimes are called Khmer. I don't know how to pronounce the word, Khmer. So I'm going with that, Khmer.
Khmer, absolutely right. That you got it perfectly correct. These are the Khmer people, and that's how you get an older name for Cambodia. You of course had the very despotic Khmer Rouge regime as well in Cambodia. That's the Angkor Wat in the image. Cambodia will get Prem 5 points, and Cambodia plus Khmer will get the full 10 points to Pranav. So 5 to Prem, 10 to Pranav. Question to Rivin. When Shah Rukh Khan signs up for a film, one of his conditions is that he will not do a certain activity, mostly because he's uncomfortable with it and also because it might worsen a back injury. Which is this activity? In which historical film did he have to do it? Very workable. So he's uncomfortable with it. He also feels it might worsen a back injury that he already has. So which activity is this? And in which historical film did he have to do it?
Sir, actually, I don't know the film. I'm going with smoking.
Smoking. Okay, smoking. You don't know the film? No. Passes to Arnav Gowda.
Sir, I'm guessing it's horse riding and I don't know the film.
You don't know the film? Okay, passes to Arjun.
I don't know. It's some sort of physical activity, and I'm guessing the movie is Chak De India.
Some sort of physical activity and Chak De India. Nice guess. Passes to Arithro.
It could be horse riding and Thugs of Hindustan.
Thugs of Hindustan. All right. Passes to Abhinit.
I think the activity is ball bearing.
Okay.
And I'm not sure which film it is.
Ball bearing. Okay. Passes to Sneha.
So is it bike riding?
Not bike riding. Passes to Premansh.
No, pass.
Passes to Pranav.
So the film, I think, is Shakti. And I think I'll go with horse riding.
Horse riding. Okay, it was Rivin's direct. We're going to give Arnav Gowda 5 points for saying horse riding. That is correct. There was a movie quite some years back in which Shah Rukh Khan acted as Ashoka. So the movie was Ashoka, right? So he had to do horse riding in this film because obviously a lot of scenes were shot in the battlefield at Kalinga and things like that. So this is Ashoka. So that's 5 points to Arnav Gowda there for working out horse riding. Arjun, here's your question. Indian tribes have many interesting myths about celestial bodies. One tribe has a tale about a set of stars whose pattern we are familiar with. According to the story, the 4 corners of the polygon is a cot on which a woman is sleeping. The 3 bright trailing stars are thieves who are trying to steal this cot. In some traditions, this set is said to represent a group of people that includes Brigu and Vasishta. What is the star cluster known as in India, and which familiar constellation is it a part of?
So it is the Saptarishi Mandala.
Okay.
And it is Big Bear or...
Sorry, say the second part again.
Is it the Big Bear constellation?
I'll give it to you. It's the Great Bear constellation as it's normally called, but that's good enough. This is the Saptarishi Mandala and it is part of the Great Bear. You said Big Bear, that's good enough. The 7 stars are supposed to be the 7 sages, right? That's why it's called Saptarishi. But one of the tribes has this interesting story saying it's like a cot and the other 3 are trying to steal that cot. But well done. Arjun gets 10 points on a relatively easy question. Arithro, question to you. In the 1870s, Prince Muhammad Mirza outsmarted the Brits. Pretending to be a French worker, he traveled to eastern India and smuggled something out. His tomb is today part of Iran's National Blank Museum. What item over which British held a monopoly did he smuggle? Where did he get it from? And when I say where, you can just tell me a region or a state that he got it from.
I'm going to say indigo.
Indigo.
And it's going to be Bengal, I suppose.
Indigo and Bengal. Passes. Good guess though. Very good guess. Passes to Abhinit.
Assam tea.
Assam and tea. That's the right answer. That's Iran's National Tea Museum. He was the first person to smuggle Assam tea or Darjeeling tea out of India. So he got it from Assam and propagated it to the kind of rest of the world in some sense. So that's a good answer there. Abhinit gets the full 10 points for saying Assam and tea. Sneha, your question. The village of Rayoli is near Balasinor town, around 115 kilometers from Gandhinagar. After the spot was identified as a hatchery in 1981, thousands of specimens have been found here, ranging in size from those as big as tennis balls to some as big as cannonballs. Prince Alia Sultana Babi of the erstwhile ruling family of Balasinor developed the area. Today, some of it has been remodeled as a make-believe world. Standing here, the whole environment reminds visitors of a Hollywood blockbuster film. What are the objects that were unearthed in Rayoli, and which Hollywood movie would you be reminded of if you went there?
Sir, objects are dinosaur, it's a guess, and the movie would be Jurassic Park.
Okay, well, the objects are what exactly?
Dinosaurs, skeletons.
It
Not
says
dinosaur eggs of dinosaurs.
Dinosaur eggs and dinosaur fossils. That's good enough. I'll give you the points. And of course, it is Jurassic Park. You're absolutely right. That gets you the full 10 points. It's dinosaur eggs and fossilized remains of dinosaurs. And the movie would, of course, be Jurassic Park. Right. Now we're going to go into our final buzzer round for the quiz. So 5 more questions on the buzzer. Perhaps we can just quickly see the score once so that people know where they stand before and decide their buzzing strategy. We are slightly behind schedule. We'll try to make it up. All right. It's super exciting. Aritro's on 9, but he's attempted a lot of questions, but it's very, very close. We have 30, 34, 35, 35, 35, 3 people tied. Abhinit on 40, Pranav on 43. This is going to be anybody's game. Very, very close contest. Remember, there are good prizes for first, second, third, and fourth. And excellent prizes for the other categories as well. Right. So let's go back to all right. So buzzers, same rules as before. 5 questions plus 8 minus 4. Wait for me to complete the question. Don't be in a rush. 2 people can attempt. Okay. Question number 1. Everyone's in, Venkat?
1 minute.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone is in.
All right. Question number 1. Arundhati Bhattacharya, who joined as an officer, became the chairperson 36 years later of which Indian organization?
Bus from Riven.
Riven?
Sir, going with State Bank of India or SBI.
Going with State Bank of India, absolutely right. +8 to Riven. Buzzer reset.
Yep.
Leander Paes, as we all know, played tennis for several years representing India. In which sport did his father, Vase Paes, represent India?
Was from Arnav Gowda.
Arnav Gowda?
No, sir, it says my name first, actually.
No, sir. Actually, first it showed my name, then it showed his name.
Okay, Arithro is first.
Okay, Arithro, go for it.
It's hockey.
It's hockey. +8 to Arithro. Buzzer reset.
Yep.
Pandit Birju Maharaj was a Kathak dancer and composer who belonged to which Indian gharana named after a city?
Was from Premansh.
Premansh?
Gharana.
Yep. Need an answer?
No idea. No idea.
-4 to Premansh. Next on the buzzer. No one?
I reset it by mistake.
Okay. If anybody wants to buzz, last chance.
Sir, I was in the second bus in that buzzer.
Yeah, Riven was like.
Okay, Riven, go ahead.
Sir, this is Lucknow.
Lucknow is right. Lucknow is right. That's a good answer there. +8 to Riven. Lucknow. Have we reset the buzzer?
Yep.
Okay. Question number 4. What is the name of the Gulf that borders Gujarat and is to the north of Diu?
Was from Riven.
Riven?
Sir, it's Gulf of Kutch.
Incorrect. That's -4 to Riven.
Arithro on second.
It's the Gulf of Saurashtra.
-4 again, not Saurashtra. It is the Gulf of Kambat or the Gulf of Cambay, not the Gulf of Kutch or the Gulf of Saurashtra. That's -4 to both Riven and Arithro. Last question coming up. The Interceptor, the Continental, the Himalayan, and the Bullet are among popular models of which Indian brand?
Was from Riven.
Riven?
Sir, going with the pipeline. Sorry, railways.
No, incorrect. -4 to Riven.
Sir, it's Royal Enfield.
Sorry. Riven, one guess, please. -4. Who's next on the buzzer?
Arjun.
Royal Enfield.
Royal Enfield is right. Royal Enfield. It said Bullet over there.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry?
Sir, sorry to say this. I think this question must be scrapped because I just did a mistake, sir.
That's okay. I won't scrap the question.
Please scrap the question.
No, I'm not going to scrap the question, Riven. One answer. If you said a second answer, that's your mistake.
Okay,
we can't penalize anybody else for it. Royal Enfield is right. So -4 to Riven, +8 to Arjun. End of the very exciting buzzer round. Back to regular business. Last 5 questions of the quiz. All the very best to everyone.
Can we have another look at the scores?
No worries. Let's just go. You can't do anything about the scores anyway. There's no pounds. So when it comes to you, just answer the question that is best. Dinosaur eggs was answered by, I think,
So it was
Sneha?
by me.
Yeah, answered by Sneha. So the next question goes to Prem. Prem, dash produce, trade and commerce, promotion, facilitation, dash empowerment and protection, agreement on price assurance and dash services, essential commodities. What were these collectively called and what happened in November 2021?
Yes, I'm telling you. So these were collectively known as the Farm Act. These are the farm bills. And in the late November 2021, they were repealed by the government of India. So
that is the perfect answer. Take your 10 points. Absolutely right. These were the farm laws or the farm bills, which saw massive protests from across the country. And they were finally repealed by the government of India in Parliament in late November 2021. 10 points to Prem. Question to Pranav. The makers of this movie wanted a 2D animated opening sequence, which would give a whole feel of Bombay or Mumbai from the 1920s to the present day. The lifespan of the character that Amitabh Bachchan plays. In the movie, Amitabh lives with his 72-year-old son and wants to break a world record. What is the name of this 2018 movie and what record does the character want to break? I think there is a nice video. We can watch it for a few seconds.
कुछ अनोखे रोज हैं इस अनोखी जंग के, हो बाल है सफेद और ख्वाब आसमानी रंग के। कुछ अनोखे रोज हैं इस जंग के वो बाल है सफेद और ख्वाब आसमानी रंग के जिंदगी के पन्नों पे झुर्रियों की सियाही से ऐसा कुछ लिखेंगे हम सबके होश उड़ाएंगे हम हो रहे नए नए उसी पुराने ढंग से.
Okay, chance for all of you to catch your breath and enjoy that piece of music. All right, Pranav Gautam.
So I think the movie is 102 Not Out. And
so therefore, what record does he want to break?
The oldest cricketer.
Oldest cricketer, right? I'll give you one chance to modify your answer since you're almost there.
So Amitabh Bachchan's character wants to break the record.
Yeah, correct. Just take a logical kind of guess.
So oldest person to play cricket.
Oldest person to play cricket.
Sir, can I go?
In a test match.
It's my turn.
Oh, Rivin, hold on. Please hold on. I'll come to you. Please hold on. Okay, it passes to Rivin.
Sir, this is 102 Not Out and the oldest man living.
That's all we wanted. As simple as that. I don't know why Pranav had to specifically say cricketer and things like that. It has nothing to do with him being any kind of cricketer. The 102 Not Out just references the fact that he wanted to become the oldest living person on earth. That's it. So that's 5 points to Pranav and good steal, 10 points to Rivin over there. Our chief guest, Mr. Anil Srinivasan, has joined us. So welcome, Anil. We'll be with you very shortly after the last 2-3 questions of this quiz, which I'm sure you'll enjoy.
Sure, Venkat. Hi,
and welcome. Arnav Gowda, your question. Okay, Arnav, simple question to you. This is a very recent scorecard. The scorecards of the 2 Indian innings in the recent third test versus South Africa in 2022.
So this is the first time that all the Indian batsmen were out by being caught.
Okay, let's see the scorecard anyway for the benefit of the people watching and the audience. This is the first innings scorecard, as you can see, with Kohli top scoring with 79, and there is a second scorecard as well. All right, there you can see Rishabh Pant's magnificent 100 not out. And Arnav Gowda, your answer is?
Sir, it is the first time in the world that all the batsmen in both the innings were caught.
They got caught. Absolutely right. 20 dismissals, all caught since 1877 when Test cricket began. This is the first time that it's ever happened. 19 out of 20 has happened before, but this was the first time all 20 were caught. Good answer, Arnav.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can we go for the points table?
No, please. I already said don't request for scores. We'll do the scores after the quiz is done, right? Penultimate question of this quiz goes to Arjun. Arjun, in the 1980s, the Shipping Corporation of India named 15 of their crude oil tankers in honor of some people. Among the names picked were Major Somnath Sharma, Captain Gurbachan Singh Salaria, and Subedar Joginder Singh. Also included in the 15 names was that of Lieutenant Rama Raghoba Rane, who holds a unique place among these people. What connects the 15 men who were chosen at that time in the 1980s? Why is Lieutenant Rane unique?
Okay, so the 15 people were all Paramveer Chakra awardees.
All right. And why is or was Rane unique?
Because at that time he was the only non-posthumous awardee.
That's a perfect answer. Absolutely right. He was the then only living and the first living recipient of the Paramveer Chakra, non-posthumous, as you nicely put it. Excellent answer there, Arjun Anandakrishnan. Gets you the full 10 points. Those were all the Paramveer Chakra recipients. Of course, Somnath Sharma's name featuring there, the first ever Paramveer Chakra recipient. All right. Before we go into the very last question, my congratulations to all of you. It's been a really close quiz. I don't know who's going to win and take home that wonderful trophy, but all of you are going to get prizes and good prizes at that. But I think you've all played in the spirit of the game. That's very important. I'm also going to take this opportunity to thank all the 1,000 or so people who registered for our quiz, took part in the preliminary rounds, took part in the semi-final rounds, and the 8 finalists in each of the categories for making this event a success. It gives us the encouragement to keep going on with this every year. We finished 7 editions and we hope to do many, many more. Hopefully next year, if everything is good, we will make this an on-ground event, not just one, but multiple cities across India. A big thank you to all the parents, the teachers, and the people who have encouraged these students to take up quizzing and come and be here. Of course, a big shout out and thank you to all the people watching on the live stream, our friends, supporters, well-wishers, quiz enthusiasts. Thank you very much for watching. And needless to say, like we've thanked them already, this could not be possible without our sponsors. So Vinayaka Mission Research Foundation, Tally Solutions, Tally Education Private Limited, FinFirst Financial Services, Fever 91.9 FM Chennai, and Malayalam Manorama. Thank you very, very much. And a big shout out to the entire Nexus Consulting team. I usually come and
wait for a second. I think I have got disconnected. I'm not sure if you're able to hear my voice.
Yeah. Okay. So I was just saying that, you know, while I am presenting this quiz to you, it's by no means my effort. The entire quiz has been put together by the wonderful team at Nexus Consulting. My co-founder Vivek Karthikeyan, who kind of gave all the beautiful designs and a lot of the very interesting questions that you saw. The content team led by our capable content head and ace quizzer and quiz setter Rishi Verma. With him in his team and helping me on this call are Venkatraman R and Ranajit Soman and Aishwarya. Thank you very much. Of course, our sales lead Vijay, who's kind of put the show together, and our admin support person Karthik. Thank you all very much. It was a collective effort. I'm here presenting it to you, but there's really a lot of people who work behind the scenes. Right. Very last question of this quiz, and that goes direct to Arith. The Maidens Hotel is a beautiful heritage property in this city's civil lines area. It's where the rich, the famous, and the royalty stayed till the 1930s. A party of 3 guests checked in here on 15th April 1912. One was John A. Brodie, a municipal engineer from Liverpool. With him was George Swinton, the chairman of the London County Council. The third man was someone whose work was highly regarded by those who were familiar with him. Who was the third person? And what did the men do here over a busy 5-week period? There's an image. Yeah, this is the Civil Lines Hotel as it was then. Let's go back to the text. So, who was this third person with Brodie and Swinton?
Jaldi. Brodie और नाम लिखो ना Brodie Swinton का.
Prem, please mute yourself.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Question is direct to Arithro.
Okay. So 1912, I am not quite sure about this, but it could be the shifting of the capital, or the legally shifting the capital from Calcutta to Delhi at the time.
Okay. Who was the person?
The third person. Okay. I'm going to be sorry about it. No, I don't think I'll be able to.
You don't know. All right. Passes to Abhinit.
Okay, so it's Edward Lutyens and shifting the capital from Calcutta to Delhi.
What specifically did they do?
They developed the capital city area around the Raisina Hill and the whole.
Perfect answer. I'll give it to you, Abhinit. We end where we began with a cracking answer by Abhinit. Absolutely right. This is Edwin Lutyens, Edwin Landseer Lutyens. He made the plan for New Delhi, and that's how the capital was shifted subsequently the next year from Calcutta to New Delhi. So that was Lutyens who was the third person there to make this plan. So we end the Indica quiz, a quiz themed on India, appropriately in the capital city of India on Republic Day. Wonderful, wonderful quizzing by everyone. Time to take a look at the scores. This is going to be really, really, really close because I have no idea who has won this quiz. It's gone down potentially to the last question, I think. Let's see what the final scores are. All right. Arithro finishes on 13 points. Well played, Arithro. Sneha finishes on 35 points. Well played, Sneha. Some excellent answers from you as well. Premansh Sinha and Arnav Gowda both finish on 40 points. Very well played, folks. Excellent, excellent show by both of you. Some very good answers. Last year's junior winner and seniors runner-up just misses out from the podium this year. Pranav Gautam from PSBB Tinagar finishes on 48 points. Pipping him to third place with that last answer is Abhineet RK from Christ, Bangalore with 50 points. Well done, Abhineet. But we've ended up in a situation of a tie once again. Arjun Anantakrishnan from PSBB Kekanagar and Mohammad Rivin from Mahatma Montessori Madurai are tied for first place. The junior category saw a tie for second place. And the seniors have seen a tie for first place itself between Rivin and Arjun. So we are going to do the tie break now. Right? So only the two of you, please join the buzzer. 3 questions on the buzzer, one by one. You don't have to buzz on every question. If you answer it right, you get +1. If you answer it wrong, you get -1. If the second person is also buzzed, right? And you can't buzz after the other person is finished answering. Your buzz should have come in before that person starts answering. Then you can also attempt for +1, -1. And we'll do this for 3 questions till we determine a winner. If there's still a tie, well, we'll figure out some way. We'll probably ask Anil to ask you a question and separate the tie on the basis of that. Okay. So this is only for the two of you, Arjun and Rivin. Are Arjun and Rivin on the buzzer?
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 1. Questions will come on the slide. Okay. Question 1. Names such as Dr. Klaus Bertonietz, Kamal Malikov, Shako Bentinides, etc. are not easy to pronounce and most Indians will not be familiar with them. They've all contributed, however, significantly and are praiseworthy for their behind-the-scenes roles. Who are these people? Park Tae-sang should be your best clue. Who are these people? Anybody attempting? Arjun or Rivin?
I don't see a buzz.
Okay, I will give a clue. Then we'll see if there is a buzz. The context is sports.
Rivin has buzzed.
Okay, Rivin?
Sir, going with Neeraj Chopra from Park Tae-sang because he was the coach.
You're saying all of these people are Neeraj Chopra, where Neeraj Chopra's coaching staff?
Sir, yes, sir. All of these people are the backroom boys for Neeraj Chopra. They were coaching and physio.
All right, all right. Is there a buzz from Arjun as well?
Yes.
Okay, Arjun.
Okay. So they were coaches of medal winners. Like Park Tae-sang was PV Sindhu's coach.
Okay.
So they were all coaches of Olympic medalists.
Olympic medalists from India. Let's see what the answer is. Arjun is absolutely right. Park Tae-sang was in fact specifically PV Sindhu's coach, which is why I said that might be familiar. That is Uwe Horn, who was actually, whose name we didn't give, who was Neeraj Chopra's coach. So it is not, all of them were not Neeraj Chopra's coaches. Unfortunately, -1 to Rivin, +1 to Arjun. Question number 2. This artwork is rendering on cloth of the pilgrimage route or map using ink, watercolor and gold of blank. The hill on which on top of which the first Tirthankara is said to have given his first sermon. Which sacred site is this? In which West Indian state is it located?
Bus from Rivin.
Okay, Rivin, go
Sir,
for
going
it.
with Rajasthan, Mount Abu and Rishabhadeva.
Rajasthan, Mount Abu, Rishabhadeva. Okay, Arjun. Is Arjun buzzing at all?
No.
No. Closing the question in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm sorry, Rivin, but that's the wrong answer. It's a good guess. This is a place called Shatrunjaya in Gujarat. Right? Bit of a toughie there. This is Shatrunjaya in Gujarat. That I think seals the tiebreak because that puts you on a -2. And even if Arjun were to get the last one wrong, he would still end on 0. Even if you were to get the last one right, you would end on a -1. For whatever it's worth, we'll show you the question though. Let's go with the last question as well. In which city is this monument located? Simple question. Let's go.
Bus from Rivin.
Okay, Rivin.
Sir, this is Lucknow.
Not Lucknow. I'm sorry. That's going to be another -1. Arjun, do you know?
No, I'll pass.
Okay. This is called the Bibi Ka Maqbara or the Dakhani Taj, and it's located in Aurangabad. It's located in Aurangabad. All right, that brings us to the end. We have a clear winner today. Our champion in the senior category for Indica 2022 is Arjun Anantakrishnan from TSBB KK Nagar. Very close behind him as our runner-up with a spectacular performance is Mohammad Rivin from Mahatma Montessori, and finishing in third place from Bangalore is Abhineet RK. Wonderful, very, very well done to all of you. It is now my pleasure and privilege to welcome and spotlight a very good friend. There are many, many words to describe that can be used to describe him. I think innovator would probably be the best. Welcome, Anil Srinivasan. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Venki, and congratulations to you and team for this wonderful quiz that you've organized. As also to the winners and of course everybody who participated. Really, I'm quite blown away by the brilliant answers that I was hearing.
Right. Thank you so much.
So I have a bonus question of my own.
Sure, please.
And whoever can answer it gets a special prize from Rhapsody.
All right, go for it.
Can I? Okay.
Yeah, please
so
go ahead.
How do you want to do this? Fastest finger first, or
yeah,
what?
we'll just anybody can just raise their hands and then they can just answer it. That's fine.
Okay. All right. So this is about an instrument, and this particular instrument actually is French in origin, and it was introduced into India by a particular gentleman. Very interestingly, this instrument is now considered a part of the Indian classical heritage, but is not Indian. Can you name the instrument, and can you name the gentleman who invented it and introduced it?
Okay, who wants to try this? Let's try one of the people who haven't finished in the top 3. So does anybody else want to try it?
Yeah. Sir, can I try?
Who's that?
Arnav, sir, Arnav.
Yeah, go ahead, Arnav.
So this is the accordion.
Okay, close but not correct fully.
Is it the violin?
No, wrong answer.
Would it be the melodica?
Wrong answer.
Is it the harp?
Wrong answer.
Sir, going with harmonium.
Okay, who said that?
Mohammad Rivin.
Okay, Rivin, harmonium is correct answer. To get the full marks, you need to also know the name of the person who invented it.
Sorry, sir, I don't know that.
Okay, but okay, I think we'll give it to Rivin. The harmonium is correct. It was introduced by a French instrument maker called Alexander Deben. And Alexander Deben introduced it into India, and it has since become a staple in Indian classical music. So back to you, Venki. I thought I should be part of the spirit of the thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Lovely question. And Rivin, congratulations. Prize coming your way from Rhapsody.
So we'll be sending a gift voucher to Rivin. Venki will send it to you and you can forward it to Rivin.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
We will do that. Since you mentioned Rhapsody, I want to ask you a little bit about the work that you all are doing there, how you managed to bring about this alignment between learning science through the eyes or the lens of art and music, and the more recent exciting critical thinking related programs that you've been working on. Just share a little bit about that for our participants and the audience.
I think all the logins are waiting very eagerly for their prizes and your announcements, but I'll do a very quick 1-minute story instead of talking about Rhapsody. What I will do is I will tell you about Albert Einstein and the dreams he had about time. Legend has it that Albert Einstein, for about 30 days before he submitted the general theory of relativity, every day kept a dream journal. And in each of the journal entries, he wrote a different theory about time. In one theory, he thinks that time is different at different speeds for different people, and the whole concept of relativity is born. In another dream, he thinks about time as a circular concept. In another dream, he thinks of time as a 2-dimensional space. and how every other force is actually three-dimensional, and so on and so forth. One of the last dreams he has about time, he thinks about a pianist, because Einstein himself was a musician. And he thinks of a pianist who plays what is known as contrapuntal motion or counterpoint, which is an idea in Western classical music where you play the same tune in both hands, right hand and left hand, except that you're separated by a small interval in time. When doing that, it produces harmony. And therein comes up with the theory of the idea of relative motion, and dedicates that entire concept that he submits to the spirit of Johann Sebastian Bach, the great composer, upon whose work the entire contrapuntal tradition is based. The reason I talk about the story is that it brings together this idea that the arts and sciences are inextricably interwoven, that you cannot separate one from the other. Whether it comes to Einstein, or you talk of Da Vinci, or talk about Tagore, or you talk about Marie Curie, you can't separate the art from the scientist or the science from the art. And this is what Rhapsody has been doing in terms of interweaving the arts and sciences from very, very small classes, now all the way up to 12th standard, working across hundreds of schools and lakhs of children. Our latest development is that we are bringing some of the most interesting creative projects from across the world, from some of the top universities of the world, directly to high school students in India via the EdTech platform that we created. And we're very excited. Venki remains a large part of what we do and Nexus does. So thank you, Venki, for calling me and giving me the space to talk about it. But I will say this, there is no art without science, and there is no science without art.
Absolutely. Very well said. Thank you very much. I think, like you said, people are eagerly waiting. So time to go to the results, announce them, and celebrate our wonderful winners. We began first with the junior category, which was for students from grades 5, 6, 7, and 8. The third place in the junior category went to Anandjit Singh from Padma Seshadri Balabhavan Siruseri branch, Chennai, a grade 7 student. Congratulations, Anandjit. Are you here?
Thank you. Sir?
Congratulations, Anandjit.
Thank you very much, sir. Pleasure to win, at least get a podium in my first finals.
Well done.
All right. That's the first ever time Anandjit has been in the finals, in a quiz final, and that's a great podium finish. In runner-up slot is our youngest contestant in the junior category from grade 6, representing Thakur Public School, Mumbai, and beating out Anandjit on a tie break was Anumega Datta.
Hi everyone, I'm Anumega Datta. And last year also I had participated in the Indica quiz, but I couldn't win. So, and I liked it a lot. So I thought, and when I heard it was happening again, so this time I was very eager to participate in this quiz. So I gave my name, and all the questions, I loved them so much, and I learned many things. I knew also some, and the ones I didn't know, I just learned it today and I'll remember it. And I love the Indica quiz, and thank you Team Nexus for hosting this quiz every time.
Thank you. Anil, please pass on your congratulations to Anumega.
That was very, very nice to hear from Anumega, and so young and so sweet. So many, many congratulations to you, Anumega. And now that you have won, I hope you participate next year too and win even bigger.
Yes, sir. And also I have the Indica quiz book, so I read it, and I love all the questions which were there in the book also.
Thank you so much, Anumega. Very nice of you. Thank you very much. And 2022 Indica Junior Champion is a grade 8 student from Padma Seshadri Balabhavan, T Nagar, Arnav S.
Wow.
That's a round of applause for Arnav.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to be part of such a great quiz. Thank you for the opportunity. The questions were wonderfully researched and presented so well. I learned heaps and bounds. Thank you once again. Cheers. All the best.
Thank you, Arnav. Anil.
Many congratulations, Arnav, and it's a great achievement, and I hope you keep it up and continue to participate and keep winning.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So those were our junior category winners, first and third from Chennai and second from Mumbai. The senior category, we just saw the very exciting final get over now. On the very last regular question of the quiz, coming into third place, beating out at least 3 others who were a few points behind him, is Abhineet RK from Christ Academy Junior College, Bangalore, our bronze medalist for the senior category final of Indica 2022.
Thank you for the opportunity. It was a very nice quiz. It felt nice winning, coming on the podium. It felt very nice coming on the podium, and the last year I could participate in Indica. This quiz has I have made many memories with it, and I hope it goes on for a very long time so that I can come and maybe watch it again and see more people participate and read more interesting questions.
Congrats, Avneet. Well done. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and then of course, as we saw, the fight for first and second place went into a buzzer, into multiple questions. It was very close. Some spectacularly good answers throughout. And Rivin is our runner-up, is a very regular quizzer. In fact, he just won another quiz we hosted, last week. So he's around the quizzing circuit. He's won several quizzes. But today, a very good runner-up position for Mohammad Rivin from Mahatma Montessori Matriculation School from Madurai.
Thank you, sir.
Superb, Rivin, superb. And I was hearing some of your answers. It's just fabulous.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rivin. Thank you so much, and please do keep participating. And our senior champion for Indica 2022, representing Padma Seshadri Balabhavan Kekinaga branch, is our 10th standard student Arjun Anantakrishnan. Held his nerve in the buzzer round. So you will get the trophy, and that will come by to you and to the school as well.
Thank you. Thank you so
Wonderful.
much.
Wonderful, Arjun. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to congratulate and say well played to all the participants, and thank you for this wonderful quiz. Really memorable fun.
Thank you very much. And I think that concludes our prize distribution. Thank you very much, Anil, for sparing your time and for being here and for asking that superb question and sharing that lovely story with all of us. We have a nice little memento for you, which will hopefully reach your house sometime today.
Sure, Venki. Thank you, and once again, congratulations to all the winners, and good luck for next year too.
Thank you very much, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, who've been watching on the live stream. Before we go, here is one quick message from one of our sponsors. Request you to.
My aspiration was to undergo higher studies in one of the metropolitan cities of this country. My joy is doubled when that location happens to be close to a rural ambience. It was my father's fervent desire that I should complete my higher studies where he too had his education. The same hands that nurtured and secured his future. My mother and I completely agreed to this. Homesickness, the feeling that one may have when one has to live far away from home for the first time. I too had the same intense feeling. But once I became part of this campus, I overcame that difficult situation effortlessly because of the good classmates and affectionate management leading along the right path. Friendly teachers showing us the way through the curriculum infrastructure essential for about 100 courses. Courses including engineering, management, allied medical science, arts and science. This honesty, involvement, and appealing sights to inspire, and the historical and beautiful coast close to the college, Mahabalipuram. This color and the wonderful sights eloquently articulate a strong and unwavering culture and civilization thousands of years old. I realize that the decision of my parents was right. I'm now in safe hands, and so is my future. I realize the significance of the observation of the erudite people who said that the topics of study and the period of learning should be enjoyable. I aspire to pass on the spark of that perception to the next generation.
AVIT, Aurupade Vida Institute of Technology, Payyanur, Chennai. Approved by AICTE, New Delhi. Accredited by NAC. Vinayaka Missions Research Foundation. Deemed to be university under Section 3 of the UGC Act 1956. AVIT, building individuals to build the world.
Right, before we go, I must also give a big shout out, which I forgot earlier, to our producer of the show. So if you're watching it on YouTube, you're seeing these wonderful graphics and the great virtual stage and production that's been put together. That's by our friend from Pixel Play Creative Studios, Harsha Pulicheri. Harsha, thank you very, very much for a fantastic job with the production. This is the first time we've done Indica in this kind of a virtual stage production format, and I'm very, very grateful to you for putting it together. And if any of you watching the show would like to put similar shows together, please contact us and we'll be happy to connect you to Harsha. I think that brings us to the end of proceedings. Nexus Consulting is active on all our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website. Write into us. On our YouTube channel, you can see archives of all our quizzes. You can also see episodes of a chat show called The Road Less Taken, where I am in conversation with people who've made unconventional career choices. Please do like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're seeing this quiz on the channel. But from the entire team at Nexus Consulting, my congratulations once again to all our winners. Thank you very, very much. A very happy Republic Day once again to all of you. May this year be filled with success, happiness, and most importantly, good health. Stay safe. Mask up when you're going out, avoid crowded places, follow hand hygiene, get vaccinated if you can. Take good care of yourselves. Till we see you in another quiz. Take care and bye-bye. Participants, please stay back on the call, but we're ending the live stream here. And so it's a big round of thank you and bye-bye to all our friends watching on YouTube. We'll see you soon at another quiz. Take care.